Hi, 270 students. We are now in week 9, chapter 11. The assignments for this week are due on the 21st. We are more than halfway done with the semester, so that is an accomplishment. This week we will talk about planning for children's safety, and you will begin to learn more about lesson planning. I know some of you have various experiences with the lesson plan process, but for the purpose of assignments this week, it's pretty simple. You will choose from one of the concepts on page 297. There's a lot of resources provided for how to lesson plan and for how to choose a concept or standard. And then you will essentially need 5 things. You'll need the subject or title or concept. So pretty much just a title. You'll need to list objectives. You will need to list the materials you would use in your lesson, and then step-by-step directions for how the lesson would go. The evaluation piece is really meant for being a reflective practitioner after you actually did the lesson with a group of kids. But since you will not be enacting this lesson, you do not have to fill out the evaluation piece unless you wanted to make a few notes where you would say, maybe I would do this with struggling students or this with misbehaving students or whatever. But you are not required to do so. And then you're going to share this lesson plan in the discussion board and get ideas from one another. And I hope that your feedback is constructive in that, have you considered doing it this way? Or maybe that wouldn't work so great. Or that would work wonderfully for 3-year-olds, but not 4-year-olds, or vice versa. So I'm going to be looking in the discussion board area this week for some really good feedback. In addition to reading chapter 11 of the text, you will be viewing the chapter 11 PowerPoint, which talks a lot about how you can educate and involve families and students and how those two can work together. There is a webinar handout that will be really good for you to wade through, and then a quick and fun video about developing empathy in children. It doesn't fit this chapter perfectly, but developing empathy is a good skill for keeping other kids safe, both physically and emotionally. It talks a little bit about bullying, that kind of a thing. Let's see, what else do I need to tell you? Remember that there's a chapter quiz this week. Don't forget about your resource portfolio. Hopefully you're keeping up with that as the semester progresses. And then this week we have 2 events. We have the Building Strong Families Town Hall on Tuesday in the Verde and Wednesday in Prescott. That is I believe the 15th and the 16th. And then Tuesday the 15th in the evening is the event about bullying. So if you attend a town hall, you get 25 points extra credit. For those of you who may be struggling with quizzes or whatever, I would recommend you going to those. Those are always really fun events where you get to work in groups and come up with good ideas for solving some of our community problems. Let me know if you have questions about that, and be sure to let Catherine Anderson, whose email address is on the flyer, know if you plan to attend. All right, I'll check back in with you all in about a week. Have a good one.